Hey my loves, welcome back to Lavendaire. So it is that time of the month again for us to do our monthly reflection and monthly planning. So if you're new here, this is just a monthly planning series to help all of us review how we did in the past month and plan our next month together. And this is just a reminder for me and for a lot of you guys out there doing the Artist of Life workbook to do your monthly review. So the questions that I'll be asking are based off of my Artist of Life workbook, which you can find on the Lavendaire shop, but you don't really need the workbook. You can just follow along with the questions and write your answers down in your own notebook. The goal of all of this is that we stay accountable and stay on track towards our goals each month, because this year is kind of crazy. I know it's easy to fall off your goals and to get off track and just become lazy or unmotivated. So hopefully this video serves as a monthly reminder for you to tell you that it's okay. Even if you failed or slowed down, it's okay. You can get up and try again. Any day, any time is an opportunity for you to decide you want to keep trying. We're all about success at the speed of balance here, meaning not to push yourself too hard or be hard on yourself if you don't meet your monthly goals. The whole point is to just keep trying. Progress over perfection month after month. As long as you're making a little bit of progress is better than nothing. All right, so let's get to it. Let's start with reviewing our month of August. So describe August in one word. What were your highlights from August? What is one thing that you're proud of? What is one thing that you learned? Lastly, how can you improve for next month? Next, let's move on to our September planning. So first, set your intention. September will be... Next, what are your top 3 goals for September? What are your mini goals for September? So any habits or activities that you want to do. Next, make a weekly breakdown of your goals and mini goals. So just trying to break your goals down and figuring out what you can do each week to get closer to those goals. And lastly, take some time to put these action items in your calendar. Here's this month's bonus question. Name one habit that has been helping you and one habit that has been hurting you. Comment down below. I want to see what your habits are. All right, so now I'm gonna share some of my answers from my monthly review. So for me, August was fun. So there were a lot of birthdays in August. It was my brother's birthday, it was one of my good girlfriend's birthday, it was Wilson's birthday, Wilson's my boyfriend. And so every single weekend I've had an event. So there were like social things, obviously socially distanced, but just seeing people and seeing friends that I haven't seen since before the pandemic, like it was just so nice to connect human to human. Like this pandemic has taught me how important human connection is. So anyway, yeah, it's been pretty fun, and I'm filming this before the last weekend of August, but I'm pretty sure August will continue to be very eventful and exciting for me. The second big news is, if you watched my monthly review for last month, I talked about being very obsessed with finding a puppy, and this month I have to say that I found one. I mean, I don't have the puppy yet, but it is coming, and I will share the puppy like when I get it. But yeah, I just got word, I think this past weekend, that I would get the puppy, and you guys know I've been looking everywhere, and there's been this like debate because I was looking to adopt a dog, but then I was also looking at breeders because I'm very specific with what type of dog I want. I want a dog that's low shed, a dog between 20 to 30 pounds, a dog that doesn't drool a lot. I just have like these criteria that matter to me based on my experience with dogs. I was honestly open to any avenue possible to have a dog ASAP, and so I was a little impatient, but honestly, I do believe that I manifested this puppy. So you guys might remember that last month I already talked about how I was buying dog supplies. I basically bought everything that I would need for a new puppy before I knew when I would get a puppy. So I had nothing set in stone, and I also looked at like a mood board every day. I truly felt like I manifested this dog, and it turned out that I went with a breeder who had extra puppies from her litter, like more than expected, and she didn't open up like the deposits until this past Saturday, so I just wasn't sure if I would get that dog until like Saturday. So I had to wait 2 months to see whether it would work out for me for that route. And on the adoption side, I mentioned like I already applied to like 3 dogs that I potentially wanted, but all 3 of them I didn't get. And I found that going that route is hard because during the pandemic, everybody wants a dog, and so everyone's fighting for these cute puppies. You know, you can't be picky if you're trying to adopt. So I've just literally explored all routes, and I just want to say, because this is controversial, because I'm going with a reputable breeder who does amazing work. Like the dogs are health tested. They do like a puppy training program since the moment the puppies are born. But I do believe in like adopt, don't shop. So I truly support like adopting dogs when you can, but at the same time, when you know exactly what you want, when you have a criteria and and if you're impatient like me, I mean, I just went with whatever worked best for me personally. So I just felt like it's such a controversial topic, and I do support adoption. I tried that route. I was looking every single day on like Pet Finder, Adopt a Pet, but it just didn't work out for me in that route. Moving on, one thing that I am proud of from this past month is I actually got certified to talk about mental health. It was like a Kindred mental health certification in partnership with Active Minds and HBO. So it was a very unique opportunity, and I had to like take an online course and do a live workshop, but I'm just proud that I did that because now I feel a little bit more knowledgeable and qualified to talk about mental health in videos, because it's becoming a bigger and bigger topic, and it's becoming more and more important to talk about mental health, as if it wasn't already important before. Like it was, but I think it's more prevalent and it's becoming more and more mainstream. So I'm excited to just be able to have a voice on that topic. And then one thing that I learned this past month is learning to connect, network, work with other people. This past month, I've done so many calls, like introductory calls, and meeting people, meeting different freelancers that could help me in my business. And I'm stretching into new areas that I've never had any experience in. This month, I'm working with a new web designer and developer team. I'm like in talks with people to help do like marketing and paid social ads. And I've never done anything in that realm. I've only done like YouTube videos and organic social media. So I'm learning, because my goal is to build the Lavendaire shop and make that just like the main part of the business so that I can continue creating content for fun, but the product side is like, it's just my main business. How can I improve for next month? I would say review my goals more often. In August, I kind of forgot to look at my goals that I wrote down in my workbook. I was just like working off my daily to-do list. And when it was time to do this monthly review, I'm like, oh yeah, I set this goal. I forgot about that. So it's just a reminder that out of sight, out of mind. If you don't review your goals, you're going to forget about them. So if you want to actually achieve them, make sure you look at them and you review them often. And just by knowing it, like if it's in your awareness, then you can actually decide to take action towards that. Moving on, here's my plan for September. So September will be exciting. I have a lot of things in motion right now, and I think September things will just continue to ramp up. One of the big things is I have to finish planning the whole launch campaign for the 2021 Artist of Life workbook that launches end of October for the soft launch and November 1st for the main launch. And I just need to just do a lot of preparation, like booking the photo shoot, planning the shot list, the theme, and planning what the videos will look like. I don't know, there's a lot to do, and I feel like the work is ramping up. Another goal is to finish all the content I need for my new websites. So I'm in the middle of redesigning, but right now it's like we kind of just started. I need to create the new content for the new homepage, about me page, everything, and then we'll put it all together and wrap it up in October. I'm also working on Lavendaire merch. I don't know if I mentioned that last month, but I want to wrap it up in September. So it's gonna be like a sweater and shorts set, and it'll be really cute. So it's just like merch that says like Artist of Life. Hopefully we will make it really cute. Right now, I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. So that's the work that I'm doing behind the scenes. My mini goal for September is to learn to be a dog mom, because in September I will have my puppy, and that's probably going to take up all of my time and all of my attention, and I'm ready for that. I'm excited. I'm super excited. And lastly, I'll answer the bonus question. What is one habit that is helping me and one habit that is hurting me? So the one habit helping me is yoga, because yoga is my place to like whew, just to let all the pressure go away. And also I've noticed that like physically it's helping me in my body. I mean, obviously, but like one of the days this week I woke up with like a stiff neck, and just like yoga has been helping me so much because I have like tense areas here and there. Anyway, the habit that has been hurting me is being resistant to challenging work. Like when work is challenging, I'm resistant, and I think that's very typical. A lot of people do procrastinate and they, don't feel like doing the work if it's hard. But I recognize that I'm being resistant when the work is hard, when the work is different or uncomfortable. So I'm just learning to build that muscle to just do it, just get straight to the action and work through that discomfort rather than like sitting there and just looking at the discomfort. I feel like I do that really often. Do you guys do this too? Like when you have something that you know you have to do, but it's new or it's challenging and you're just like looking at it like, and then you decide to do something else. I feel like that happens to me really often, and I'm trying to break that habit and break that muscle. All right, that's it for my monthly review and my September plan. Let me know if you guys still like these videos. Do you want me to keep doing them month after month? I feel like the answers are pretty self-explanatory, but does it really help you to like remind you to do your monthly review? Let me know, comment down below, because each month I'm kind of gauging like, should I keep doing this? Do people still want this? But yeah, sending you so much love. Bye.